Hello everyone and welcome to my The Young and the Restless Soapy Stories channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lily meets Damien at Crimson Lights, and he tells her he has something for her, a present. She asks why. He says it's a gesture. Not romantic, but friendly. He knows better than to push, at least for now. Lily hopes the gift isn't lavish. Damien teases her about diamonds and sapphires and then reassures her that it's reasonably humble. It's a thank you for keeping her word about their agreement. Lily gets it. She's been deceived in the past as well. Damien presents the gift, and she opens it. Her expression changes. It's a book on the history of jazz that made him think of what she told him about Neil. She remains silent, and he thinks he messed up and overstepped. Lily says the book used to be one of her dad's favorites, but it went missing. Damien hopes it's not bringing up painful memories. Tearing up, she says it's a wonderful gift. You don't know how much this means to me. Thank you. Lily, Damien, YNR. Lily goes on about the amazing coincidence. Damien wonders if it's the same one. Lily will check to see if his notes are in there. Damien asks if Neil has ever made his presence known to her since his passing. Lily feels him when he needs him. Damien feels Jackson too. It feels like he's guided him there to his family. Lily thanks him again for the book. Damien's glad it's well received. They joke and she tells him again she loves the book. Lily has something for him too. Lily, Damien, YNR. Holden listens and Audra meets Victor at the club, and she tells him her connections are excited about Vibrante and is brainstorming marketing plans. She's made the most of her first installment. If she could get more funds soon, that would be helpful. He says it's contingent on her coming through regarding their arrangement with Kyle Abbott. His reputation should be in tatters by now. Audra assures him Kyle is perfectly positioned for a fall. She asks if he's secured invites for her and Kyle. Holden appears and listens as she talks about getting Kyle away from Claire. Victor tells her she and Kyle Abbott are on the list. It's time to pack your things. Holden, YNR. Audra gushes about Victor coming through for her, but all he wants to talk about is her getting results with Kyle Abbott. Time is of the essence. She gets up and walks out, and Holden follows her. She asks what he wants. He congratulates her on her invite to France. He knew she was up to something with Kyle, and she's doing it on Victor's orders. How fascinating. Audra tells him to mind his own business. He wants to be her stowaway in France. At his table, Victor watches them. Audra tells Holden that Victor doesn't take kindly to people spying on him. Holden worries she's gotten herself into a situation that might come back to haunt her. It wouldn't be the first time. He asks why she'd put herself in the middle of Victor and Jack's feud. He heard enough to know that Victor expects her to handle Kyle. What does he expect you to do? He asks. Victor continues to watch. Holden, Audra, YNR. Holden asks Audra if she's sabotaging Kyle's relationship with Claire to fund her business. If it's at Victor's request, it makes sense, as he wants to undermine the Abbotts. It also explains why she's been flirty with the head of a competing company. Audra snaps at him. Will he actually stand there and judge her with all of the things she knows about him? She informs him she's grasping at straws and reminds him he knows what she's capable of when crossed. Victor keeps tabs on the conversation from his table. Kyle dodges a question at the Abbott mansion. Jack and Kyle talk business in the dining room. Kyle tells his dad he'll handle everything while he's at Dumas' party in France. Jack has every faith in his leadership. They go over Aristotle's bold move and wonder at the reason behind it. Jack thinks he's trying to get a lay of the land. He's planning a move into Genoa City, or against Genoa City and the people in it, Jack declares. Kyle, Jack, YNR. Jack and Kyle talk about Victor being part of the party. Jack still wants to go and figure out who this Dumas guy is. He asks about Kyle's offer to Victor regarding Claire. Kyle tries to brush it off, but Jack wants to know what it entails. Kyle's phone rings. It's Claire. He says, "Whoa, what happened? Tell me what's going on." Moving to the foyer, Kyle disconnects with Claire and tells Jack they're moving Cole to a hospital in Chicago known for treating pneumonia. She and Victoria are stressed out. They hope he gets better. Suddenly, Diane comes in loaded down with shopping bags. She defends that she was supporting Lauren's business buying things for Dumas' party. Considering the guest list, What to wear might be the least of their worries. Kyle, Diane, Jack, UNRAVELS they sit, and Diane tells Kyle to pass along their thoughts to Claire. Jack brings up Kyle's contract with Victor again. Kyle insists he has it under control. Jack's unconvinced, and Diane says any deal with Victor has strings attached. Kyle assures them it's just a precaution. Jack wants to know the details. Kyle will tell them, but not now. He hasn't told Claire yet. Diane warns that Victor might be using Cole's illness to his advantage. He sent him to Chicago. Kyle says that's cold. She says, that's Victor. Jack thinks Diane is right, but Kyle just wants them to trust him. He announces he has to go to a lunch meeting and leaves. Jack and Diane wonder if they made their point. Diane changes the subject. She wants to show him her purchases for their trip. They go over adding Dumas' party to their itinerary. Diane muses it might be the highlight of their trip. Jack's not sure about that. Diane thinks it's important for Jabot that they attend. She wants to figure out who Dumas is as much as Jack does. She realized that this is the first time that she'll be attending an event as not just his wife, but a power player in her own right. Jack says it's put a bit of a glint in her eye. Diane, Jack, UNRAVELS Diane, and Jack discuss preparing for whatever Dumas may be planning. Diane hopes he doesn't make the mistake of underestimating them. She says anyone who tries to mess with their family will have to answer to both of them. Jack wants to go for lunch and brainstorm how best to be prepared. He tells her she's dazzling and they kiss. Audra extends an invitation at the club. Audra tells Holden he needs to back off. Holden wondered how long it would take her to bring up what happened in Los Angeles. She warns him not to keep messing with her, not about this. He says fine, he'll just ask her to bring him back a souvenir. Kyle walks in and asks, everything okay here? Holden says everything's fine, he was just leaving. He'll leave him in Audra's very capable hands. Victor peers over his glasses as Kyle tells Audra that she and Holden always seem ready to tear each other apart, or tear each other's clothes off. Audra explains that what they had meant more to him than it did to her. Kyle muses, ouch. He changes the subject to her marketing idea of battling publicly. Audra is sure Jabot could use some fresh ideas. This will be a mutually beneficial campaign. All eyes will be on us. Kyle doubts that. She wonders if he's afraid to play against her. He smirks. What's your next step? She has the perfect idea for their first public battle. Victor UNRAVELS Audra tells Kyle she's been invited to a private party in France. Kyle frowns. You were invited to Dumas' event. He asks how she managed that. Audra reminds him she's been in business for a while and Vibrante already has buzz. Kyle will hear her out, so they head to the bar. Victor observes as she tells Kyle that her idea is to turn their visit with Dumas into a competition. Which perfume would the mogul prefer for his wife or girlfriend? Kyle asks, why Dumas? Audra says this is a chance for the public to get some insight on him. It will get them a ton of eyeballs.